popping? Episode 55. 5 followed by a 5. I'm here with the... I can't say that. I'm here with Kaiden. I'm here with Kaiden. Back again. This is the second episode we did.
Other than that.
Oh, yeah. The undercover.
Undercover.
I haven't figured out how to put that on Patreon yet. Anyway.
It's not even up yet.
Yeah. Grab a little slurp. And let's start preaching.
Is that the carbonated one?
Just regular.
Regular?
Yeah. What do we got today? I guess we'll just jump right in. Let's talk about UFC 309.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just start at Bo Nickel. I'm not trying to go through this whole card.
I don't even know who's on the card, to be honest. This is the upcoming one?
Yeah, it's this weekend.
All right.
Let's see who's on the prelims first.
Bo Nickel fights? Who's he fight?
Paul Craig.
Oof.
That's going to be a good fight, I think.
Yeah.
But we got Jim Miller's fighting on the prelims.
He's still alive?
Yeah, right?
Better at fighting.
I can't believe... I thought he would have retired after that.
Bobby Green fight?
Yeah, Bobby Green
He
fight.
got the snot beat out of him.
He
Was that his
did,
last
dude.
fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Too old for that shit.
Yeah, that was the last fight. That went to a decision. I thought they were going to call that.
Yeah, they should have.
They definitely should have.
Took at least a few years off that guy's life.
Yeah.
That was bad.
He was busting him up. But Jim Miller's fighting Damon Jackson. That guy's pretty old, too. He's 36.
Yeah, well, I hope they didn't give him some, young up-and-coming.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Chris Weidman's fighting on there, too.
Really?
Yeah. Jim Miller's fighting Damon Jackson. Chris Weidman's fighting Eric Anders. Eric Anders pretty old, too, right? 37. I guess 37's not old, but...
Mm-hmm.
Then Marcus McGee.
Yeah, how old's Connor? That dude's 37.
I actually don't know.
He might be 37.
He
I feel like I'm overshooting. He's probably not that old.
36.
Really? Wow. Damn. He's gotten old quick.
Right? Dude, he's in court right now.
For what?
I guess some lady,
Rape conviction?
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Always some
That's
rape
exactly what it
conviction.
was.
I don't feel like he'd do that.
Conor McGregor accused of rape in civil case. It's a civil case, though, which I'm pretty sure that means, she's just asking for money.
I don't know. I don't know about
Shocker.
that. I don't know about the legal terminology of shit like that.
She said that I thought he was going to kill me.
She's milking it, bro.
Women claims Conor McGregor pinned her down. Let's just look this up. Pinned her down and violently raped her in a I probably shouldn't have said that on here, but violently blanked her in Dublin hotel after she refused to perform. This is the picture they got of this one.
Where he's
walking like this,
oh,
bro.
Shit. That guy's hilarious.
Somebody said I believe her.
Fuck, from some of those videos that are posted, when he was grabbing that chick's hair, and his wife right beside him.
Dude.
She kind of liked it, though.
Which one?
The chick that was getting her hair grabbed.
Oh,
She was all for it. This chick wasn't.
Well, she was until she realized I could probably get a bag.
True.
Dude, this comment is I'm not reading that comment. That's bad. All right. Anyway,
Who else fights?
UFC 309. Marcus McGee fights Jonathan Martinez. You know who Marcus McGee is?
I know that name.
He's an up and coming. He's 9-1, dude. I'm pretty sure I showed you that video when he was just piecing that dude up. He dropped him
black or white?
He was black. He was black. He was black.
Light skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the dude with the dreads.
Black.
He was the dude with the dreads. He was the dude with the dreads that was He dropped that dude.
yeah.
He dropped that dude probably
He's a
7
bigger.
times.
He's a bigger guy, right?
No, he's a 35er, but he
Is he?
looks huge.
He
Yeah,
looks bigger though.
yeah,
I think I know what you're talking
yeah. And then he threw that spinning wheel kick,
Yeah,
cracked him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was serving that dude up everything but the kitchen sink.
He was that southpaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was that southpaw just piecing that guy up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He fights. He's the main prelim fight. That's going to be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just jump. I mean, Mauricio Ruffy fights James Lontop. That's a lightweight fight. There's a women's flyweight fight. Karina Silva fights Viviane Araujo. I can't say that last name. But then we got Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. What do you think? Who do you think can take
What's the record of Paul Craig?
17-8-1. It's so crazy. Bo Nickel's 6-0, and that's it. That's his record, 6-0.
Well, what did he have? Like one fight before he got into the UFC? 2?
One, I think it was 2, maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds right, too.
Fuck, I don't know. Bo Nickel pisses me off. He should be fighting like. I mean, he's not a young cat anymore. I don't think. He should be
28. He's only 28.
He's only 28.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that would make. I guess that makes sense considering he like. His college years were not that.
I don't
long
think
ago.
he had an amateur career. I'm pretty sure he only has 6.
Well, when you're that high level wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need an amateur career at that
Yeah.
when you're arguably one of the best collegiate wrestlers to ever.
Collegiate. He didn't do too hot, I don't think, as after college. That's why he switched over. But I mean, he's still.
No, I think he just jumped right in.
But those are also entirely different rules from collegiate wrestling to. I don't know why I can't fucking think of it. Freestyle.
Yeah.
Entirely different rules. And he was more of a scrambler. You can't really scramble like you can in freestyle, so
Yeah.
his shit fits better with MMA, I think. So
Yeah.
that's a good fit for him. I'd probably have Bo Nickel. I think Bo Nickel's really good. His striking, not very good. People were saying his striking looked really good because he knocked that one guy out. I thought his striking looked like dog shit. He was like,
his striking's better than I think.
He
a lot
like
of
bounced
people.
in and bounced out, and he was swinging from the hip. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
His wrestling though, pretty good.
Yeah, who we got? He had 2 amateur fights.
But he fought like a year ago, so his striking could be a lot better.
He fought at UFC 300.
Did he?
Yeah.
Still.
He fought Cody Brundage.
Yeah, that was.
Caught him in that ring.
That was a while ago.
That was April 13th, so that was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Something
6
like
months is a lot of time to.
that. I can't count months, but he had 2 amateur fights. Both of them were kind of doing an arm triangle and then KO'd the dude in the first, second guy in the first. He lost to Gordon Ryan in a grappling triangle armbar.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
Everyone said, "Oh, dude, he looked really good against Gordon Ryan." I was like, "No, he didn't." Gordon Ryan was playing with him the whole time.
He did suplex the fuck out of Gordon Ryan.
Yeah, but that's because Gordon Ryan couldn't pull
Bo
guard.
was also not stupid. He's not gonna try to.
Yeah.
He was trying to like implement his wrestling while Gordon Ryan was trying to just get to the ground.
Yeah, and I mean,
he was like butt scooting towards him and shit, and Bo Nickel didn't want to none
well,
of that.
the whole like
He
rule
weighs
set.
significantly more, doesn't he? He's probably like 230. Bo Nickel.
Gordon Ryan, yeah.
Bo Nickel probably walks around 200.
But the whole rule set was geared towards Bo Nickel. Gordon Ryan couldn't pull guard. He couldn't do like any of that. So he literally
It's kind of more of an entertainment match, not really like a real.
It wasn't.
Well, I mean, obviously that's not even fair. He'd fuck Bo Nickel up in a jiu-jitsu competition.
100%.
It's
not even remotely close. But I think Bo Nickel takes that.
Yeah.
I mean, Bo Nickel's a savage.
I want to see Bo Nickel fight a little more 3 times a year.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
There's no reason he shouldn't.
I know. I talked about that on the last pod. Bro, Colby Covington fights 1 time a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, those guys, I mean, I like Colby Covington, but I hate when they fight once a year.
There's no reason. It's not like he's getting in a fucking train, like a car accident, where it's like he's going to war.
I know. Well,
I mean, I guess both of the
they want
Kamara
a title
fights.
shot. They're always trying to sit out and get like the number 1 contender or a title shot.
Yeah.
Which you're not going to get a title shot when you're doing that shit typically. Especially his last performance.
You got to win fights too.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Like I talked about it,
when the champs are more active than those fucking top 5 guys, there's a problem.
Yeah. But then we got Charles versus Michael Chandler.
Oh,
that's going to be a good fight.
I don't know who wins that one.
Me either. Me
that
either.
first fight was almost 50-50 too.
It was.
Michael Chandler's going to lose if he does that bullshit where he
bounces
he
out.
doesn't. Yeah, he bounces in, punches, drops his hand, bounces out. He like bounces in, swings, his left hand drops when he bounces back, and everybody and their grandma, even Tony Ferguson, caught him with a shitty ass hook right on the chin.
Yeah,
and it clips
I think he drops his right hand. He bounces out, drops his right hand because everyone catches
with his right
with
hand.
that left check hook.
But yeah, he might drop fucking because he pins this one. He pins this one, I think, to his cheek, and this one always just drops.
Yeah,
the check hook gets him every time. If he doesn't do that, he could win because he can drop some bombs.
Well, he also looked pretty good defending a lot of the shit Charles was throwing up.
Well, he's a really good wrestler. His jiu-jitsu is really good, but he gasses out, and you can't really do jack shit on the ground when you're completely tired. Like when you can't even like get up, you can't hit a switch because you're so tired. You can't really do shit on the ground. So if he,
I think the later the fight goes, the more it favors Charles.
Yeah, but
if
first round,
it's gonna be. Well, I mean, he cracked Charles in the first round.
I just hate how he burns because he's really good fighter, but he decides to fight like he's in the fucking Coliseum.
Yeah, dude, that's literally what he does.
If he would just fight at a decent pace, at his pace, it'd be fine. I think he'd win a majority of his fights. Like that Dan Hooker fight, his first fight where he was real, he kept going to the body, picking him up, cutting him off, and then boom.
He probably
rather than just blitzing in like crazy.
Yeah, he probably has the worst fight IQ in the UFC.
He does it on purpose though.
I know. That's what makes it even worse because he knows not to do that.
But I mean, he's such a big star and making all this money.
I mean, Justin Gaethje basically said the same thing. Like Justin Gaethje could use his wrestling, beat most of the fighters that he fights, but
at least on the feet he fights somewhat
intelligently. Kind of. Yeah.
I want to say kind of because but yeah, even he looked fucking like a genius compared to Michael Chandler in their fight.
Yeah.
And Justin Gaethje.
Dude, he ripped Michael Chandler apart.
Yeah. That was a really good fight, though. Michael Chandler was eating that shit for breakfast, though. He smacked the fuck out of him with that uppercut, and he gets back up.
So if you had 100 G's, who are you betting on?
For that Charles fight? 100 grand. Fuck, dude. That's the toughest decision I've ever had to make in my life.
Michael Chandler's also looking pretty fucking ripped.
He's always looking ripped. That's nothing.
I know, but he looks better now than he has.
Well, motherfucker hasn't fought in 2 years. He's been training his ass off. Oh, God, man. He's been training his ass off to fight McGregor. So, 100 grand. I'm going to put it on Michael Chandler. I bet Michael Chandler wins this fight.
I think Michael Chandler.
He's been training 2 years. He's probably looking and feeling good. Unfortunately, Charles has no head movement whatsoever.
We don't know, though.
I bet it hasn't changed.
Probably not.
If Michael Chandler even fights somewhat intelligent, I think he'd win. Just don't get caught in a triangle.
That's the thing, though, is like, you can really never bet against Charles.
I know, because it could be the 5th round. This motherfucker could be getting his ass whipped, and then last second just whip up a fucking triangle from the bottom, or somehow gets you in a Darce choke because he dropped you for a minute. And you can never count him out.
And his hands are pretty solid.
No, his hands are good too. His hands are great. His head movement just sucks dick.
Dude, his stand-up's scary.
He has that straight up Muay Thai.
It's just he can't move his
because it's Muay Thai,
head,
bro.
Dude.
They fucking block that shit with their chin.
Yeah, literally. That's what. Yeah.
But yeah, his shit's really good. I think overall Charles is probably the better fighter, but I'm gonna bet Michael Chandler just because he's been he's been training 2 years. He's probably looking to kill.
And I mean, who knows? Like, Charles's chin might be fading. He gets dropped every fight.
See, that's another problem. He gets dropped every fight.
Multiple
Michael Chandler
times.
can put your lights out.
Multiple times.
Yes, that's.
I mean, he got dropped once. I think it was once. It might have been twice against Dustin. Justin dropped him twice.
Michael Chandler dropped him.
Almost finished him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
Yeah, he gets dropped by everybody. That's his only problem.
Did Arman drop him? I don't remember.
No, I don't think he did. He did hit him with that fucking axe kick, though. Right on the nose.
Yeah.
That's a good way to hyperextend your knee, though. If you come down and it's straightened out like that, and they don't...
I think it's so stupid. I think you should be allowed to stomp people. Obviously not stomp people in the head.
Like this...
But, like, you should be able to stomp somebody's body.
You can't do that?
No.
You can kick,
You
though.
can't. You can kick
You can
them.
soccer kick their body.
You can axe kick them,
Really?
but you can't, like, load up and stomp.
Like,
yeah, you can't do that.
Like down on the ground.
Which I think that's so dumb.
Yeah, that is kind of stupid.
But
I see people making good use of that 12-6 elbow.
really, I haven't seen it used very
I
much.
just saw something where she's like, yeah, had to give him the John Jones, and she was like, the clip is just her beating the chick's ass with the 12-6 elbow.
Damn.
And then people are in the comments like, I don't really like the 12-6 elbow. It's like
dude,
being
shut
a
the
bitch,
fuck
bro.
up.
It's just an elbow.
Go watch boxing.
Elbow everywhere else.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the difference?
Go watch boxing.
Yeah, really.
Joe Rogan talked about it, where it's not even that dangerous.
I saw that. He says you can hit harder.
You can hit much harder coming up and down like that.
It's just a little less range of motion going like this. You can probably hit them more.
Yeah.
But there's no way this is more power than fucking loading.
Well, and it's not going to cut you nearly as much as doing that.
Yeah, because it's two different parts of the elbow. This is like this, and this is...
This is going to hurt,
like,
for
this
sure.
one's like a fucking knife.
Yeah, that's going to slice you right the fuck open.
That's what most cuts are made from, is that elbow right there.
Dude, if I had 100 G's...
Yeah, who you putting it on?
That's so tough.
You always bet against me. I know. I know you're putting it on.
I do have a feeling that Michael Chandler's probably going to win.
Really?
For some reason. I had that feeling like last week. I was thinking about this fight. I was like, dude.
If I fucking win that, my predictions are on point, bro. I don't think I've messed one up yet on the pod.
I don't know.
Who you putting it on?
I'll probably put it on Michael Chandler.
Really? What about John Jones?
I'm going John Jones.
Yeah, it's John Jones all day. It's not like Stipe sucks, but I mean,
who knows though? Stipe can come out and throw some crazy shit and put him to sleep.
John Jones could get hit and get dropped.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I could see. I mean, if no offense to Stipe, but if he kind of clipped John Jones and it dropped him.
Yeah.
But John Jones actually has a good chin on him. He's been cracked quite a few times by some heavy hitters.
Dude. Thiago.
He was clipping him.
I still think Thiago won that fight.
I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it, but from what I've watched it,
watching it live, I thought Thiago won that fight.
Because I think I've rewatched it and I was like, all right, John Jones won that. But
it's always hard watching a fight for the live and judging it, and then you go back and rewatch it.
Yeah,
and it's a completely different.
You kind of a few more things stand out to you, like
like he was landing that jab way more than I realized in the fight. And,
them leg kicks were sneaky. I barely even noticed how much damage they were causing.
Yeah, but I'm probably going John Jones.
I'm going John. If I had to bet 100K, I'd bet
John Jones.
You
cannot bet against.
No,
John
I mean
Jones.
That's fucking stupid.
John
bet against John
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
He's undefeated. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he really is.
Motherfucker hasn't lost. Why would you not bet against him?
One loss, and it's because he 12-6 elbow. That's now legal. He said he wants that shit back. He wants that revoked.
Dana White will do that too.
Yes, he will.
Dude's always slobbering
Did
over
you see
it.
There was a video on X, and it was, I'm pretty sure it was right after Trump won, and it was Dana White talking, and somebody was like, "This is not the right time," and they did a voiceover, and it was like, "John Jones is the best fighter in the world."
And he's actually they post shit on Instagram Reels. like making fun of Dana. Like they'll show a clip of Dana White like slobbering all over, and Dana will be in the comments like, "That's my boy." Like, he's fucking dead ass. He's representing him.
Yeah, he is. What do you think's next for John Jones after he beats Stipe?
He'll probably retire. But if he doesn't retire,
There's
there's some good fights to make it heavyweight. I bet he retires though, which is fucking unfortunate, dude.
It does suck.
Because he just cracked into that heavyweight division. I was really hoping he was gonna fight. Like the Stipe fight might have been good if it was right after
Cyril
gone, but
yeah.
like we have so much. There's so much competition at the heavyweight division at this point.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him go back down to the light heavyweight, dude. There's some banging ass fights because light heavyweight's finally starting to get some good shit going on now.
Mm-hmm.
With
Alex
Pereira,
Khalil Roundtree.
Dude, there's some good fights.
Dude, they still got Khalil Roundtree ranked 8th.
8th?
He should be the number 1 contender.
Oh my god, yeah.
He put up the best fight out of anyone.
Yeah.
He was cracking Alex Pereira. He dropped Alex Pereira.
Khalil Roundtree comes to bang, bro.
Dude, he does. He dropped Alex Pereira. How is he ranked 8th? Yeah.
God damn. That's disrespectful.
Not John Jones, Jesus Christ. Dana White even said that.
Yeah.
He said, "What are we doing?"
Who comes out with these rankings?
Yeah.
You own the company. What the fuck?
He was talking shit about all the people.
What the fuck are we doing here?
I don't know who makes the rankings, but they got to change.
He owns the company.
I wonder if they change that. I wonder if they have it on Tapology.
That's disrespectful, though.
Extremely disrespectful.
He was fighting for the title at ranked number 8.
Yeah.
And then he gives up one of the best fights to the champ.
Dude, other than
who's
Izzy,
been smoking fools.
Other than Izzy,
but that was at a lighter weight class.
But that was at 85. Yeah.
I'd like to see them fight at light heavyweight because Alex probably has a much better chin at light heavyweight.
Alex Pereira murders Izzy at light heavyweight.
I think so too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the other thing that really pissed me off is that somebody does not want that fight. I wanted to see Ian Gary versus Colby Covington. That's the fight to make.
Ian Gary fucks him up.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Ian Gary's stand-up is scary.
He's gonna fucking sprawl and brawl, motherfucker. He's gonna fucking. If Colby Covington, I don't think Colby Covington's striking is very good.
It's
at all.
not.
And his wrestling isn't. I mean, it's good, but he just really holds people there. You know what I mean? I think Ian Gary probably mess him up pretty good.
Yeah, I agree, especially looking at that last fight with Leon Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna stand it.
Ian Gary, he's made fun of for being a cuck, which he is.
Okay, he's 6th now. How the fuck is he 6th?
Yeah, that's weird.
He needs to be at least 2nd. I can see Ankalaev being ahead of him.
Yeah, what are the rankings?
It's Ankalaev at 1, 2 is Yuri, 3 is Jamal Hill, 4 is Jan, 5 is Alexander Rikic, who just got pieced up by Ankalaev. I don't know how he's still number 5.
Yeah, they got to fix these rankings.
Khalil Roundtree 6th. And then it just Anthony Smith 12th, Johnny Walker 9th.
Yuri Prochazka just got sent to the Shadow Realm too.
Yeah, how is he 2nd, bro?
And he's way above.
In the first round or in the second round?
Yeah, I don't really understand how they come out with this shit.
Khalil Roundtree should be either number 1 or number 2. Jamal Hill, I guess I can see Jamal Hill at 3. But I say you take Ankalaev as the next fight to make at light heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree.
Mm-hmm.
And then the winner of that.
That was what it was supposed to be, wasn't it? Jamal Hill.
Yeah, I believe so.
I got Khalil Roundtree for that fight too.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just so. They got to fix these rankings though.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Charles was ranked 2nd. Charles.
Is Armand number 1?
Yeah. I mean, that's the fight to make, right?
Sarukian and.
Dude, Islam might lose that fight. Armand's scary.
Man, his wrestling's good.
Yeah. Islam might not
his
make.
striking's, dude, this is probably going to be easily Islam's most competitive fight. Well, it was his most competitive fight when they fought before.
They fought before. I didn't know that.
Islam and oh my god, dude, it was the wrestling exchanges in
that
that first fight was probably the best wrestling exchanges I've ever seen in my life. Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, oh my god.
Nuts.
I remember
I'll have to go watch
Islam had him in a front headlock, sits down, puts the knee in the stomach, tries to flip him over, whatever that's called, elevator. And then as he's in the air, Arman flips his hips as he's coming back down, turns, and takes top. I was like, oh my god. It was crazy.
That's nuts.
There was a bunch of crazy. So yeah,
I wonder if Charles does beat Michael Chandler, if that's the next fight, if he fights for the title next.
I'd hope it'd be Arman Sarukian, and then.
Well, I mean after that.
Yeah, he'll probably. I bet whoever wins that fight.
Because what sucks is he was supposed to fight for the title, and then he got cut, and then I believe that's when Volk stepped in, and then for some reason Charles ended up fighting Arman, and then lost the decision.
Well, so he didn't want to wait.
I know, but that if you have a guaranteed title shot, you're waiting.
Not Charles, though.
I know, I mean, he's just such a savage. But
yeah, that's why we love him.
Yeah.
Because he definitely could have just It's kind of like McGregor when he fought Chad Mendez.
Yeah.
He could have just waited.
He could have.
Like, bitch, I'm in a training camp. Give me somebody.
Yeah, when he came
talking about?
Dana shows up at his house and he says, I'm going back to bed. Tell me who when I wake up.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. We got Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul this week.
That's
Friday.
This week? Friday?
That's this Friday.
Is that on Netflix still for free?
Yeah. I might be calling in sick to work to watch that.
Dude, I'm probably going to cry if Mike Tyson gets knocked out. I might actually cry. I might shed a little tear.
Well, it's 14-ounce gloves instead of, I believe it's normally 10. It's 14-ounce gloves. The rounds are less.
Significantly
There's
shorter.
less time. Yeah, shorter, I guess.
Probably like 6 to 10 rounds, maybe, total. I wonder if they have any stipulations. Like
there's definitely stipulations. There's no way that there isn't.
Because people, the old heads of the world are like, are you Mike Tyson's going to fucking kill him.
I know,
I was like,
dude.
Mike Tyson sits around doing shrooms all day, and he's 57, almost 60. Like, I get Jake Paul is not a legit boxer.
No, he's a legit boxer.
Hold on. I watched the sparring clip. Head down, overhand right. And then everybody in the comments like, classic blind overhand right. Like, you see these those professional boxers, they're throwing it, they're looking.
True, yeah.
Jake Paul literally in the exchange, like when you're in the pocket exchanging, he literally just puts his head down and started wailing, and he clipped the guy. But you can't really say he's legit, semi-legit boxer.
I mean, that's fair.
Because he lost his only...
He fucked Mike Perry up, though.
Yes, he did. However, Mike Perry, not a boxer. MMA fighter. He put most of his time in training. These guys, these actual boxers that Jake Paul would be fighting if they're boxers, from 7 years old, they've been boxing. Yeah. Mike Perry, probably, like, when you're a UFC fighter, MMA fighter, you're boxing some. I get he was doing bare knuckle boxing, but that's completely different.
How do you think Jake does against him in BKFC?
I would say Jake wouldn't do BKFC.
No, he wouldn't. But Mike Perry murders him in PKFC.
It's still hard to say.
I don't think... No, dude. Mike Perry runs bare knuckle.
I'd probably say Mike Perry wins that in BKFC.
You got to think, though...
You're going to be a lot more scared to get hit.
It's so different because...
It is. You don't have the gloves.
Yeah, you throw a punch. Mike Perry headbutts your fist and breaks your fucking hand. Yeah, you're not throwing that punch anymore. Like,
that's not even realistic. Jake Paul's not going to do that shit.
No shot.
But he fought an actual boxer who was at Tommy Fury and lost. Yeah. Tommy Fury is not that great of a boxer. No. So he's a semi-legit boxer.
Yeah.
But if you think I mean, he probably has 9 figures to his fucking bank account.
Yeah, he's got
8 or 9 figures to his bank account.
That dude's got loaded. He's loaded.
If you think that he doesn't have the fucking resources to train.
Oh, he has the best trainers in the world, and he's training 3 times a day.
Like, exactly.
He's good. He's very good.
And he's young.
He's super young.
Mike Tyson's been out the game. This isn't the fucking 70s anymore, 80s.
Jake Paul's faster. He's longer. He's more athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's younger, and he's going to be able to take a punch.
No, this is because it's not Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul right now, Mike Tyson in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Mike Tyson's almost 60.
Right.
So I think, personally, I do think Jake Paul will win, although I pray that he gets knocked the fuck out by
Here's
Mike
the
Tyson.
thing, though, is like I believe Mike Tyson has a good 2 rounds, and that's it.
His cardio is going to be worse.
That's it. He has 2 rounds, and if he catches Jake in those 2 rounds, though,
it's not like Mike Tyson doesn't know how to fucking fight anymore, though.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson is still vicious, and he could fucking kill anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody on the street.
100%.
So Jake Paul is still, when he's coming out, he's still gonna be sweating a little bit. He's gonna have to dance around those first few rounds if he wants a chance.
Yeah, if Mike catches him in that first 2 minutes, if in the first 2 minutes of the first round,
you're silly.
He catches him in that corner, it's gonna be a wrap.
I mean, Tyron Woodley knocked Jake Paul down, and Tyron Woodley's a 170. Mike Tyson was a natural heavyweight.
Knocking out dudes that are 6'5".
6'6", 6'7", knocking out everybody.
Bro.
Yeah, don't be goofy. It's not like Mike Tyson has no chance.
However,
I'm just saying the odds are better for Jake.
Dude, if Jake said that if he beats Mike Tyson, he's calling out Canelo.
That's retarded.
I think Jake Paul has a better chance of beating Canelo than a lot of people think he does.
There's a significant weight difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's longer, taller, outweighs Canelo by at least 40 pounds.
Canelo's probably 5'8".
He's younger and he's super athletic, and he's way younger. Jake Paul.
He's not more athletic.
I didn't say he was, but he's super athletic.
Yes, he is.
He's longer, taller, and he outweighs him by at least 40 pounds.
Yes. Those are all taken into consideration. So it's not like it's like, oh my God, he has 0 chance. He definitely has a chance.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Canelo's fucking Canelo. But
one of the
Canelo's also a lot old. Like, he's ending the end of his career. He's old.
I know, but he's fighting legit champion level boxers.
World class boxers.
I do think, though, Jake Paul's bigger, stronger, younger, the skill difference is vast. And I think Canelo would beat him. But like I said, it's not like Jake Paul has 0 chance.
How tall?
I'm assuming.
How tall is Jake Paul?
Jake Paul's probably 6 foot, 6'1", and I think Canelo's about 5'8".
I guess we're about to find out.
How tall is he?
I mean, Canelo messed up Caleb Plant pretty bad.
Caleb Plant's about...
And they're both 6'1".
Caleb Plant's 6'1"?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except Caleb Plant has about 30 pounds less. 40 pounds.
That's also true, yeah.
Less than Jake Paul.
Plus, people don't take into account, like...
However...
If Jake Paul knows how to wear on Canelo and he's wearing on him, that's 40 pounds.
Fight IQ difference, though. Canelo knows he's bigger, but he's kind of fat. He's not ripped big. He's not Mike Tyson in his prime where he was just cut
up. Yeah, I mean,
the pictures I've seen, Jake Paul's pretty fluffy at 230 or whatever he's at.
True.
So if Canelo, if they meet at like, let's say 190 or 200 pounds, Canelo, he's gonna gas Jake Paul out. He's gonna fucking stick the jab.
Yeah.
He's gonna find openings. I mean, the skill difference is vast. He's gonna. Yeah. I think he pieces Jake Paul up bad. But there's a chance that Jake Paul could do something. But, dude, Canelo's fucking chin is a rock, too. He's never been dropped. He's never been rocked.
Yeah, but
he's a big
again,
boy. He's a big boy.
He's about 40 pounds heavier. So
I know, but I think the skill difference is still just so vast. I'm saying Jake Paul, it's not like impossible.
That's the thing, though. Is like the same thing I was saying about Max Holloway and Ilya. I think Max is a better boxer, But you have to ask yourself.
Pure boxer?
Yeah. No, not pure. MMA boxer.
Okay.
You're not going to get clipped in a 25-minute fight.
Yeah, and Ilya
So,
just has
and that's what I
crazy
mean.
power.
So, can Canelo got... But boxing is a lot different than MMA, so...
No, yeah, boxing is significantly different.
I mean, you can go a whole fight and just not get fucking touched. If you're that much better than that other guy,
yes.
I mean, it's just... So that'll be interesting. I
don't care how good your defense is in
I
MMA.
hope he... Yeah, you're going to get clipped at least once.
You have these big X boxing... I mean, you cover up. You're covering about 80% of your face in boxing.
100%. All right.
Like Floyd Mayweather showed, you can dance around these fools.
I wanted to read this
defense.
fucking quote.
What do we got?
It says, "He who jumps into the void owes no explanation to those who stand and watch." That's a gas-ass quote.
It's deep.
It is. Stupid deep. No, that's... I think a lot of people worry about what other people are going to tell them or say about them or talk about them, whatever, but again... He who jumps into the void owes no explanation to those who stand and watch. And most of the people that are talking shit are the ones just standing and fucking watching with their thumb up their ass, going and drinking all day, every day, waiting for the weekend because they hate their lives so they can drink on the weekend with their buddies. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on AI?
I love it. It's convenient.
It is convenient.
As long as it stays where it's at and doesn't get crazy.
It ain't gonna stay where it's at, though.
True. Well, I mean, as long as it doesn't, like, they come out with those fucking cleaning house robots.
I mean, they already have them.
I'm talking like iRobot type.
They already have them. I mean, they're in production.
Oh, no.
They're Tesla bots. They're like 25, 30K,
Might
I think.
be cooked.
Dude, I'm getting one of them if they come out.
Really?
Bro, you ain't gonna do no dishes ever again.
I feel like that'd be bad for me, though.
Might be able to do your laundry for you.
I feel like I would need to do that stuff. Life would be so boring without little tasks throughout the day. I mean, unless you're just stupid, like, you got no spare time, then yeah, I'd probably get one. You're just hella busy.
Yeah.
Wake up, you from fucking dusk to dawn, you got no time. But throughout the day, if you have time, then doing that stuff is beneficial to you.
Yeah, I think, if you doing those little things that are kind of annoying.
Yeah. Is
kind of, boredom, being bored doing things, it's kind of important.
Yeah.
I want to read a couple of Naval's. This guy wrote a X Twitter thread.
Mm-hmm.
This man destroyed wokeism. His name's Naval Ravikant. He was an early investor in Notion, Twitter, and Uber, and he's worth $600+ million.
Damn.
Here's a couple of his updated philosophy. There's about 30 of them. I'm not reading all these, but we'll read a couple. Number 1, if you aren't volunteering to fight in a particular war, you shouldn't be advocating for it. Rip off the Ukraine badges. Pretending to care should be illegal. Virtue signaling for status points is horrific. We need to call these people out. Yeah, 1,000%. If you're fucking sitting at home watching Netflix, eating ice cream and shit, you shouldn't be the one talking about war at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
2, upcoming deregulation wave will create an economic sonic boom. It is hard to do business because stupid people run most countries. Increasing the size of any government leads to overregulation and increased stupidity. Yeah, anytime you have, like, people controlling other people, most of those people are fucking dumb, and then they're saying, oh, you can't do this. It's like that thing where you have these regulations in healthcare, but none of those people have actually been on the front lines of healthcare. So it's like, how the fuck are we supposed to work around these dumbass regulations when these people who are making these regulations have never worked around their own regulations? Number 3, go woke, go broke. The woke mindset has created more poverty than capitalism ever did. While they spread wokeism, they also devalued their currency by creating more of it out of thin air. If wokes cared about minorities, they'd stop letting them be poor with high inflation plus money printing. Yeah, wokeism just like kind of correlates to below level IQ, below average IQ.
Yeah.
4, if you don't lie awake at night thinking about it, you don't want it badly enough. Chase what you can't stop thinking about. Hang around other psychopaths, maniacs, and misfits because fuck fitting in. That's a good one.
I like that one about the going to sleep thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's legit.
100%. Like, if you're not living life chasing something that you, like, can't stop thinking about, then you're not really.
It's not a problem to be obsessive about something that you want.
Yeah, I completely agree.
People that are like, when you're like, it's all you're thinking about, you're obsessive over it. You have like a whole fucking thing of how you're gonna achieve it. That's not a problem. That's not a
yeah,
it's
that's
not
no.
something that you should be ashamed of.
Mm.
Something that you should have. All the greatest people that achieved what they wanted were obsessed with it.
And that kind of goes back to that quote that I said earlier. You know, he who jumps into the void owes no explanation to those who stand and watch. Because all of the people that say, oh, well, you're obsessed, all they do is just fucking wait for the weekend to go out and party because they hate their life.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't hate my life because 7 days a week I'm going after what I want to go after, you know?
Well, it's hard when you don't have anybody around you that's made it.
True.
You know, if you're, you ask somebody who works a 9 to 5 if you can, this is what really life is. They're like, yep.
Yeah.
You ask somebody that's rich and they used to work a 9 to 5 and they busted out by doing, being obsessed over something and having a plan. You ask them, they're gonna be like, that's not what life is about. You can break out of there. You can do what you want. You just gotta,
work for it.
You gotta work for it, and it's not just like work hard and then you're gonna do it. You have to actually plan this shit out. You have to like research and do everything and be obsessed with it, and then eventually, it's not like tomorrow, but eventually, you can break out.
Yeah.
Live life.
Well, and that's what, consistency kind of trumps everything. Like, if you just show up every day and do the work every day, there's going to be days where you don't do that much. Like, the work that you do isn't that great. You didn't work that hard, but you still showed up and you did it. The next day, the work might be good. You might have worked harder, blah, 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 blah. But if you're just consistent over years, you're going to do what you set out to do.
Yeah, I hate that thing where every fucking buddy is like, you gotta get a job, you gotta...
Bro, that's the real life matrix.
Like, you
100%.
Literally, like, they literally say, like, you have to do this, otherwise you'll be nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go work this 9 to 5, otherwise you'll be nothing. Like, it's fine to work a 9 to 5 while you're fucking having bigger goals. I gotta work this 9 to 5 for a year so that I can do this. But it's not like, I'm working here the rest of my life. This is what... You're just gonna settle for that?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, me and my mom talked about that last night. Some people, they're not willing to change. They're not willing to realize that there's more out there. You need people like that, too.
It's because there's people around them that, I mean, you look around you and everybody's wearing the same shit, doing the same shit. You're like, all right, well, I guess this is
what life is.
This is what it is.
Yeah, that's just not the case.
Yeah.
But you need people like that, too, because if you didn't have people like that, the world wouldn't really run. But...
Absolutely.
You also need people
that are fine with that. Like, dude, there's a lot of people that I don't want a bunch of money. It's not a problem. Like, if you don't want that, you just want to work that job, have your family, that's literally not a problem. But if for those other people that think that, what, they want to get into bigger shit, but they think that you can't, it's not true.
Yeah. Yeah. But you also need those people who are willing to say, fuck the regulations, fuck the rules, I'm going to do what I want to do. You need those people because those are the people that change the world. Let's read number 5 here. Replace all desires with a single desire. This is another way to describe obsession. Lukewarm people in their comfort zone rarely change the world. Right now, we need builders and fewer critics. Yeah. Dude, Naval is brilliant. That dude is so smart. He's always talking about... I mean, if you have one guy that you should really, like, pay attention to, it's that guy.
Are we breaking into some fucking... Kayla, I hear keep talking about RFK. Like, what's going on with that? Is he, like, associated with Trump? I don't get into it. I don't...
All right, so
I would like to know, though.
He was running as an independent, and there was these 2 doctors that went on Joe Rogan, and they kind of combined he said that he woke up one morning and he was like, I think I need to kind of put these two in touch. So he put Trump and RFK in touch with one another. And so RFK kind of like withdrew and he just went. I mean, I'm sure there was some discussion.
Right.
And they kind of formed an alliance together.
So he's kind of like with Trump.
Yeah. And Trump is going to give him the keys. Basically just said, here you go. Do whatever you feel is necessary. He gave him the keys to the FDA, which regulates the Food and Drug Administration. He gave him the keys to the FDA, the CDC, and all this stuff because of how fucked they are.
And so what's his view on it? What's his opinion on it?
Let me look up RFK's.
All right. Because I keep seeing things like he's going to save, get rid of the food dyes and shit.
He is.
And I was like, that's good.
So basically RFK, you ever seen those movies about the lawyers where, there was this massive company that they just didn't give a fuck about the environment and they just put all their waste in the environment and it made, caused like thousands of people to get cancer and they got sick. Mm-hmm. He was the lawyer suing those massive companies for those, like, he's the fucking dude you make movies about.
Okay.
And then there was this whole thing about, have you ever heard the conspiracy theory? That's quote unquote a conspiracy theory about autism and vaccines. Okay, there's a big conspiracy theory that like vaccines cause autism, and he was kind of one of the lawyers that went at Big Pharma for that. So he's like in it, but he's in it for the right reasons. He cares about people's health. He doesn't give a fuck about making money.
That's good. That's what we need.
Yes. Let me look up. I'll just read his tweet from the other day. I posted it on my Instagram story because it was. I don't know if he. Fuck. But he knows the truth about what health actually is. It's not, pill pushing. It's not pushing pills down people's throats to keep them coming back as a, lifelong customer. It's, making people healthy. Like his whole thing is, Trump's Make America Great Again. His is Make America Healthy Again.
Which goes hand in hand, I think.
100%. If you don't have healthy people, you're, basically he's going to take the entire FDA and just throw it in the trash.
Fix it up.
So the FDA, most of their funding comes from Big Pharma. Mm-hmm. So if most of your funding,
they want them to push out pills so they can bring in money.
Yeah, that's essentially what they do. We're only gonna, and you should never have a Food and Drug Administration. You should have they should never be one entity. It should always be two separate entities.
Okay.
Because then if that's the case, then you have a drug you have a drug administration ruling the food administration, and there's too much conflict of interest there because
they want this and they want that.
And especially then if you have 50% of your funding coming from Big Pharma, you're more likely to pass these drugs and be like, "Oh, food." So that was the thing with the raw milk. He basically came out and said, "Raw milk, we're going to make raw milk legal. We're going to do all this stuff that Big Pharma can't profit off of."
Hopefully they actually do it though, you know what I'm saying?
RFK will. 100%. He will. If they actually give him the keys he will.
Sometimes they say some shit. Trump could say some shit and not go through with it.
But he's not a politician, he's a lawyer. He doesn't care. And Trump's not a politician either. That's why it's
I hope that's true though.
I know. I can't find this.
It's gonna be like fucking Wall-E, where just everybody's fat riding around in those chairs.
I've never seen that movie, but Kayla was like, dude, that movie's scary.
It's legit. It's like I don't know if it's a dystopian or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But basically, everybody's just all the humans are rolling around in the floating chairs, and they're just fat as dick.
Really?
That's where we're headed.
Wow.
If we don't fix this shit up.
I mean, it sounds like it. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, he said he's going to come out and he's going to make all this stuff legal that Big Pharma can't profit off of. And if you're in the FDA and you're part of the corruption, pack your bags. You're leaving.
Hopefully, hopefully that comes true.
I know. Well, and the issue is you have some of these boomers that all they do is watch fucking CNN, where it's like,
Yeah.
They just get pushed propaganda all day long.
Which, it's hard to, like, because, that's the news. You should be getting reliable information from the news, but unfortunately
You'd think.
you're not.
Yeah.
So, really, they don't think they're doing anything, like,
right.
wrong. Like,
You think that all that information is real.
News.
But the issue with that is now that all of this stuff, here, I just found it, but all of this stuff, all these podcasts and stuff, these, like, private entity media is, like, coming out, and they're getting smart people on these podcasts that actually have a voice, and they're saying what actually is going on, which is what should have been done anyways. Like, that's the problem. Everyone has this idea that Americans are stupid and they don't want to be fixed and they don't want to fix themselves. And it's like, that's not true. They're just not giving the proper information to make the choice for themselves. If you give everybody the information and then people still make the stupid ass choice, it's like, okay, then you can't really help those people. But that's not the majority of people. He came out and said, FDA's war on public health is about to end. This includes its aggressive suppression of psychedelics, peptides, stem cells, raw milk, hyperbaric therapies, chelating compounds, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, vitamins, clean food, sunshine, exercise, nutraceuticals, and anything else that advances human health and can't be patented by pharma. If you work for the FDA and are part of this corrupt system, I have 2 messages for you. 1, preserve your records, and 2, pack your bags. This dude ain't fucking around, bro.
Yeah.
Well, like, if you look at the 2 pictures combined between him, because he's the new, like, health guy for the United States, him versus the current one, she's, like, fat as dick. She's fat. She has, like, 4 double chins or whatever, and it's like, oh, she's the one that's running America's health. Okay. And then you got RFK, who's this 65-year-old
still in shape,
fit dude that hikes all the time, and he, like, goes on runs and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that motherfucker is the one that should be, like, in control of our health.
Yeah, definitely.
But he said he was going to come out and he's going to make raw milk legal. Trump said,
shit up,
Trump said he was going to federally legalize marijuana recreationally, and then he was going to federally legalize psychedelics for treatment. Because psychedelics has, like, bro, there's so much evidence about psychedelics that they can essentially cure depression. There's been, like, reports where they give them shrooms, like these depressed individuals, and they never have a depressive episode ever again.
It should also be, like, a second thing, because instead of pushing pills, there's also, like, literally confirmed that switching up your diet
100%
can entirely change your depression.
Yeah, I mean, you have all these well, and that's also, but if
when you wake up, eat ice cream and pizza all
if
day,
you add all yeah, dude. And then
the
issue is like you have these little kids that don't, I mean, they have no control over their diet. They don't, like, their parents are the ones giving them the diet. They don't know. They don't have a conscious choice, but their parents don't know either because they're not given the proper information. So all these kids have fucking pre-diabetes.
Yeah.
And then they're saying Alzheimer's is essentially type 3 diabetes.
I've seen that before.
Because, yeah, it's just so crazy, dude. It's essentially America is suffering from metabolic dysfunction where our cells don't work properly because we're not giving it the right nutrients. And then all of these these diseases are just continuously popping up. It's like, oh, we need a pill for that. Oh, we need a pill for that. It's like, how about you just
change what's causing it in the first place?
Yeah. And all of it is stemming from one problem, and then that's our food sources. Our food sources are dog shit.
Well, yeah, when you look at us compared to other countries who have natural food, it's like a drastic fucking difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you talk to anybody that has traveled, they'll say they ate like shit. Like, anybody who goes to Italy, they'll eat pasta all day, every day, and they feel 10 times better in Italy than they do here.
Legit.
Yeah, because it's real, and it's not sprayed with glyphosate and a bunch of bullshit. Dude, I hope he comes in there and just rips it apart.
Yeah.
But you have these people that have no common sense. Like, there was this guy that I work with. He's super nice. but he's a boomer and all he does is watch CNN. And he's like, well, there's a problem. This RFK guy, he's going to go in there and ruin the healthcare system. I was like, dude, our healthcare system is fucked.
Yeah, it's already ruined.
I was like, what do you mean? He's going to go in there and fix it.
Well, they don't want change.
Right.
They're scared.
Right. They're scared because, change is scary, and which it is. I mean, me and Kayla talked about it. Like, imagine being 65, 70 years old. Your whole life, you've seen the healthcare system ran how it is. Imagine 70 years of that, and then it's like it's going to change like that. Yeah. So I can understand, but still, it's not like it doesn't help. I mean, you don't just bury your head in the sand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, look at this fucking stud. Look at this fucking stud muffin. He's like 60 years old, dude, and he looks like he's not 60. Yeah. I mean, he looks pretty good. Let me look up I wonder if...
Yeah. Well, they blame being fat on genetics.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, it is genetics, but it's also because you fucking...
Like, yeah, well, you can genetically have faster metabolism, slower metabolism. However, you can still... It's not like, oh, I'm genetically fat.
Yeah, look at this motherfucker, dude. He's like 60 years old out here doing pull-ups and shit.
Dude, that's gangster.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I actually don't know how old he is. I probably shouldn't say he's 60.
He probably looks about... I mean, he has white hair. However...
He's actually 70.
God damn.
Yeah, that dude does not... Look at that dude. He don't look 70.
Okay, yeah. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So, but Trump...
Did you see the stock went up like 1.2 trillion or some shit like that?
Dude, Hamas came out and said they ended the war.
Came down.
All right. Where are we at? 57.
We gotta edit that out.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
He came down like Jesus and fixed everything already.
Yeah, he did. It's all right, I'll just edit it out.
It'll buff out.
But yeah, he came down like as soon as he got elected, everybody was like,
a bunch of shit already changed and he's not even president.
Yeah. What else? He came out and just said, bro, it was like a 4-minute video of him saying, I will immediately sign an executive order. We will no longer allow the mutilation and basically just mutilating our children. Like, it will be completely illegal federally to have sex changes as a child.
That's awesome.
If you and any doctor that has done that in the past is subject to like lawsuits. Mm-hmm. I'm like, holy shit, this dude is
coming in hot.
He's coming at everybody's throat. So
I like once Trump's done, you think like JD Vance would probably up?
I hope.
Because
I
watched I assume he has the same beliefs, but I watched a video with like him and Theo Vaughn. He seems like a legit dope ass dude.
Yeah. And he used to be in the Marine Corps. He used to do all these things, so
he knows.
Like, he respects the country and all. Yeah, dude, it's so bad. Like, they have brainwashed so many people that it's sad, honestly. And I don't get into politics either, but I hate politics. My whole family, every time I go to my family's house, they're talking about politics. I'm like, dude, nobody cares. But this election was the only election that I was like, oh fuck, like we need to do something about this because, I mean, Elon Musk, who has like a 225 IQ, the dude's a
genius,
one of the smartest people in the world. When he comes out and says like, if Trump doesn't win, this will be the last election. If Trump doesn't win, democracy's over. Like that, yeah. I'm like, oh fuck, like we're toast. We better be going and voting.
Elon Musk knows a thing or two.
Yeah. So it's so deep too. I mean, when they've infected the mainstream media, like the mainstream media is basically controlled by the left. When it's just so crazy. I just hope RFK actually gets the keys to it, and he comes in and he just
I don't
tears it up.
I don't get into that stuff too much, but I know that like fucking our food's shit and everything else.
And they've kind of like
it's blatantly obvious that the prices of everything is skyrocketed.
Yep. Yeah, I mean when a fucking pint of blueberries is $9, it's like,
I don't get into all that, but like.
And it's fine to not get into it, but when it like directly affects you, then it's kind of something you have to think about a little bit. My brother, bro, was, and like I said, my family gets into politics. He was like going door to door, like having conversations with people, like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And he was like talking, which I mean, props to him. I'd never do that, but you need people like that who are gonna like put their reputation and shit on the line to kind of like. Hey, we have a problem here. This is, but
yeah, $9 for blueberries is crazy.
It's just so dumb, dude. It's so dumb.
Well, everything's gone up, dude. It fucking sucks.
It does.
McDonald's. I mean, you shouldn't be eating McDonald's, but when I used to back in the day, $1 cheese. I'm just using this for reference. $1 cheeseburger is now like $2.50, $3. It's ridiculous.
It's almost increased by 300%. I mean. Yeah.
Gas. They got pictures of gas. I wonder what directly causes inflation. Is it just companies raising their numbers? No, they like less resources.
So basically, I don't really know. The best I'm gonna say this, and somebody's gonna watch this and be like, "This kid's fucking stupid." But the best thing I know, or the most I know about it, is what it used to be. I guess is the Federal Reserve or whatever used to have gold backing the dollar. So however much gold we had was however much money we had. And so there was like a direct backing of the dollar. I could be completely wrong. And so essentially they just kept printing money. And so, I mean, if you have like one of something, it's worth a lot of money. If you have 5 cars that were made in the world, those 5 cars are worth a lot. But then if you like replicate those 5 cars 1,000,000 times, they're worth significantly less. So that's essentially what happens to the dollar. Like they just keep printing money. It devalues the dollar. And so if it devalues the dollar, then everything has to go up.
Yeah, but I just don't understand.
Natural inflation makes sense. But when it's inflated 300% in 3 years, it's like, okay.
Yeah, there's always inflation, but when it skyrockets that high, it's that quickly.
Well, COVID kind of screwed it because they just gave everybody $1,400 out the ass. Where did they get that money from?
They always have some money.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I don't know. So, I could be completely wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure that's kind of how inflation works a little bit.
Yeah, it could not be entirely, but it could play a little bit of a part or something like that.
And like there's other variables that go into inflation, but when, blueberries used to be $4 that grow on a fucking bush, and now they're $9, like, dog, what are we doing? So, it's just shit like that. That's the stuff that kind of...
There's, like, not a short supply of blueberries. Like, it'd be different for, like, we're down to our last set of blueberries.
It's like they have one garden and there's one bush.
It's like $20 for blueberries. But, like, we have the same amount of blueberries as we did back then.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's not like we have, like, it's like we're low on bloobs.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Anyway, that got a little serious for a second. But did you hear anything about Mike Perry's new dirty boxing promotion? It's kind of badass.
Dirty boxing?
Yeah. So I guess it's straight boxing rules, but you can elbow.
That sounds like motherfucking Muay Thai without the
kicks. If you drop somebody, you have a certain amount of time to be able to finish them on the ground. Yes, bro.
That might be good.
Yeah.
Might be.
I don't know how long it is. I don't know like what the time.
In the clinch, they're throwing elbows and shit.
Yes, dude.
Instead of like the nudging and the ref breaking them up.
It's straight boxing rules, which is boxing's cool, but then you add elbows.
And instead of dropping them and letting them get back up,
you
like
because that's what
you
he said.
A 5-10 second window, just come in and
as
start
many
beating their head in.
Elbows straight to the teeth.
I would watch it,
dude. 100%. He said, I mean, Mike Perry. He's like, we're looking for straight finishes. In the Mike Perry voice, bro. He's so fucking funny.
He is.
He was talking about something. I can't remember. I was listening to him on Tim's pod. I forget what he was talking about, but he was rambling, and then he goes, shit, I forget what I was talking about. And just pauses for like 5 seconds, and Tim said something. He's like, oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. And then he just kept going. Like, bro, Mike Perry is a fucking national treasure.
He's hilarious.
He really is. He's absolutely... I was telling somebody that story of the video where he's like, he fucking touched me.
Yeah.
And then he's like, nah, you're gonna call the police. And that old ass white
him.
dude,
He's like, the police.
The police.
And then he just stopped. He's like, Mike Berry hears that old guy mock him. He's like, yo, because he was like screaming. Then he gets real calm. He's like, yo, you say some shit like that again, I'm gonna knock your ass out. And he was like, you know they're dead ass when they're like going on a rant, and then they legit just get calm, and they're like, yeah, listen, buddy, if you say some shit like that again, I'm gonna knock your ass out. And then the old guy's like, he's like, what, you want to go right now?
He steps up to him.
Yeah. And then Mike Perry did as he said, knocked that old guy out cold.
One straight to the
lips. Because
lip.
they don't expect that. They think they're on some like, you won't do shit. So they get up in the face. Clearly, they didn't know who Mike Perry was.
Clearly not.
But they shouldn't have been doing that anyways.
Clearly, they didn't know who Mike Perry was, and they should have, because that dude got slept.
Bad.
I wonder what he got from that.
I don't know, because I don't know what happened before. Because it could have been self-defense, because apparently because remember, before the video even, or right as the video start, they didn't get, apparently he knocked somebody else out. Because
yeah,
like,
dude.
Because you knocked him out. He's like, because he's touched me.
And it's in the middle of the restaurant, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's eating, like, looking like this.
So we didn't... Clearly there was something going on that we didn't get the full spill.
Yeah, that's funny. Honestly, dude, I would pay to, like, hang out with Mike Perry for, like, just a day.
Yeah, that'd probably be one of the best days ever.
That would be so fun.
Like, as long as you don't, like... fuck with him, like, because Mike Perry, from what I've seen, he's actually a cool dude.
Yeah,
he's not like some like hothead, like just pissed off everybody.
Yeah,
he's a cool
like
dude
you gotta walk on
eggshells. Yeah, you're not walking on eggshells. It's just if you blatantly disrespect him,
rightfully so,
he's gonna knock your ass out. He does what everybody probably should do,
and he gives you a chance, like, yo, chill the fuck out. Yeah. And then if you step up to him, you're probably gonna get slept.
Like, you told that dude, hey, listen, if you say some shit like that again, I'm gonna knock your ass out. And then he did, because he said some shit again.
I mean, he did what the fuck he said he was gonna do.
Yeah. It's not like he's just some crazy hothead. Yeah. Like he's not gonna take he's not gonna take that disrespect.
Like you said, I mean, that he probably does what everybody should do.
Yeah.
Like what Mike Tyson say, everybody got comfortable saying a bunch of shit and not getting punched in the mouth for it.
Yeah.
Like, we should just go back to a time where you should just be allowed to fuck people up.
Yeah, I mean, when you're blatantly just disrespectful to somebody, there should be consequence. Like, there's absolutely no reason. This is why the world is where it is, because there's absolutely zero reason for, like, you just chilling, other guys just chilling, and you just blatantly are rude to him. For zero reason.
Yeah.
Like,
just because you think that you can.
Yeah, just because you feel... you're better.
You're entitled.
You're mad at the world right now, so you're taking it out on everybody. Like,
yeah,
that guy's gonna be a really nice guy.
I was talking to my brother and I said, dude, honestly, if you can't beat my ass, you should not be allowed to tell me what to do. Like, if I can fuck you up, you should be required to just bow to me every time I walk by you. Nah, but straight up, like,
no, because we wouldn't want Mike Tyson running the world.
Yeah, well, and that's a good point. But, like, if I go to work or something and you're talking to me crazy, like, I should just be allowed to beat your ass.
Bounce the head off a little bit.
Yeah, and be like, all right, now I'll listen to what you tell me, but fucking say it nicely.
Almost not even physical fighting, but some people don't even clap back verbally.
I know.
They'll just be blatantly disrespected.
That's crazy.
They'll be blatantly disrespected, and then they just take it.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can get in trouble. Like, in school, if somebody blatantly disrespects you, you're not allowed to like say anything back. You
Yeah.
should be able to be like, "What, motherfucker?" Like, in front of the class, just like, "You said what?"
That's how it should be, dude.
And that's how, yeah, I mean, that's how people, right? I'm going to be honest. It's not like it's a problem controlling your emotions. You can verbally clap back without physically losing your shit.
Yeah.
You can be like,
hey,
listen,
who are you talking to?
What the fuck are you talking about? Don't come over here disrespecting me. I'm sitting here
100%.
chilling, drinking my coffee, not doing jack shit to you.
It's 7 a.m. I ain't had my coffee yet. Shut your bitch ass up.
Like, fuck off.
That'd be me. Bruh, it's 7:30. Go fuck yourself. I ain't had my coffee yet.
Get out my face.
But
that's funny.
That's really all I had today. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, sir.
I got some shit to do in about 10 minutes. I gotta fix my car window. So, what's your socials? Put your shit on there.
Follow me on Instagram, Kaiden with a K.
Yeah.
_Bays.
I'll put it in the description too.
Yeah, I bet. Just follow me on there. That's all I got.
Yeah. Follow me on pretty much everything. I'm pretty sure everything's Honey Hayden MMA. My merch link's in the description. Go check that shit out.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Can't see it right there.
Yeah.
We got it. It's good shit.
Yep. I got some jerseys on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some shit you're putting out.
I think I'm gonna do a drop here in probably next week. I'll post it on some socials. But yeah. That's episode 55. Appreciate you guys for listening. Deuces.